Welcome back to Garberry Games. I'm the Garburator. We are playing Starfield again, and we need to go find the priest.
Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation.
I'm good, thanks. Who are you? You look like someone who's just standing around.
He's giving me a lot to think about. Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in a Sanctum Universum?
It's not something that's crossed my mind.
Entice you then. It's an exciting time for the church. We're growing every day, and if you're interested, we'd love to get to know you. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church? Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. We want to keep growing our community, but sometimes people can be suspicious of others who are already heavily involved in the church. A new face like yourself might make the prior visitors more comfortable with returning. And you all may learn something along the way. Either something about the church or about yourselves.
Let me
Of
think
course.
about it.
And if you change your mind, come speak with me.
Because that sounds loaded. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah?
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Okay.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds? Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
Not
That's not
quite.
exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
I agree. Let's do it. Kind of knew that's where this was going. I was amazed we were talking about out in the open parking lot.
I try and take a few trips each year now. No real destination in mind. It's the
Oh.
open that matters.
Let's have a seat.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Seriously, Keeper, they bathe whoever reaches the center in a light, and then, well, the normal laws of the universe go completely haywire.
Yep.
So you're saying you found a place of contemplation? And you received a gift? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought, we enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can.
Yeah.
If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning.
Okay.
There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it.
Really?
This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity, I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Well, that would make sense.
I'm not sure if he was, but if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
Let's hear the story.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Sounds
Yes.
specific.
Something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Let's talk
The
to him.
Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
There we go. Okay. We have our mission. Let's do it. Off we go. So let's go to the well first. One way or another, I think we've got to get back to the tram here. So. Yoink.
Galbank. Can you smell the rampant capitalism?
Ah. Oh. Can we actually steal from it? That'd be awesome. So, will this fit? It will. Sweet. Oh, undo. Apparently that wasn't the method. Wow, I'm just failing here. So if I do that, there's no singles is my problem though. Then I do this. Okay. So it's not that one. It could be that one. And this one. 730 credits. But they're stolen credits. Sure, why not?
This must eat you.
And no witness. Cool. I'll take 730 bucks for nothing. Not usually my style, but hey, we can practice. Okay. Down to the spaceport where we can get into the well, please.
That's convenient. Kila City could really use something like that.
Yes, it could some days. But let's face it, not everything can be New Atlantis. Well, at least this is the pretty elevator out of the two of them.
You look like you need something, yeah? Nova Galactic, all the
I do odd jobs at evening hours.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry.
Nope,
Can I help you?
not that.
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Yep.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing.
You're going to recite meeting notes at me. I want copy notes. Let's hear it.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter.
Cool.
So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to.
Okay.
If no one takes
That makes some
responsibility
sense.
for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center.
Yep.
Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first at the beginning. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, but that's about all I've got. Hope you find what you're looking for.
There we go. Well, it's not great, but it's something. Okay. Let's go talk to that UC guy if we can then. Well, the Varu guy who's in prison right now. Not a bad place to start. Okay, where are we at? So he's at the security port, hopefully. Yep, there we go. We haven't chosen to join any of these factions either. They'll have a whole bunch of missions attached to them too. Now.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor. Mothers, am I right?
A visitor?
Yep,
I have all the company I need.
so you say. No, we need them to like...
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
I never can make heads or tails of these guys.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust.
Yes, I
That
understand.
is the truth. No more, no less.
Conviction is something they have in spades. And a lack of deodorant.
The knowledge of the Great Serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else. You wish to speak of the Keeper's Pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever.
Okay.
He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says.
Wow.
Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt.
Interesting.
I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Well, I think I know what we're going to need then, because there's probably a planet out there that spins 124 times or something. That's where we're going to get sent. Just enough information to give us a planetary hint that we need to go to.
I've yet to see the inside of the security office. Here's hoping the streak continues.
Fair enough.
Cora likes throwing stones into the pond. Or she did. God, that was ages ago.
Yeah. Kids will be kids. Back when we threw pennies, now there are no pennies in the world. Sorry, Canadian, not American. There's no pennies for us anymore. Sounds like the States are going to go that way too. So. Would it cost you more to make the money than the money's worth? Yeah, why make it? Oh, why is this so far away? Oh, let's not pass out here. Doo-doo-doo. What is that? Oh, another one of the farms that we never... Oh, another ship coming into the spaceport. Hey!
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
What?
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates.
Kind
What
of.
else did you learn?
The line used the word second.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Was there anything else?
In your story,
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Naming Dum Dum.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place.
Lovely.
There, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey.
Oh, goody. Just
for
what I need,
specific
science.
unity. But if you had to guess what it was,
Science and religion.
what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the pilgrim searched for?
This guy's really hard to follow. Can we just get a straight answer?
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go.
This has been confusing is what this has been. This is not high on my... Okay, we need to go to Idum 2. Let's get to our ship. Let's go. We'll get to our ship. We'll head to Idum. And off we go. Well, guys, I'm Garber. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next one. Where's my ship? Thank you. Yes, I just want to fast travel there. See you for the next one.